Hey everybody, it's Tom Bullington with Coldwell Banker Realty. Hope you're doing great. I wanted to do a video about something that I get asked a lot, especially from people that are selling their homes for the first time, or maybe it's been a while since they've actually sold a home. It is what happens when not only do when we put the house on the market. That's a really good question. We're going to do another video about that, kind of how you put a house on the market. But today I want to talk about if you get an offer, when you get an offer, kind of what happens. What's the sequence of events after you receive an offer from a prospective buyer? Now, if your agent is working with you closely and communicating with you, you should know before too long when your agent gets an offer sent to them. Your agent should do the due diligence to give you a call or a text and say, hey, we have an offer, and when can you talk about it? So the agent should call you up and kind of talk through the particulars of the offer, the price that is being offered, when the closing date's going to be, the earnest money that's going to be offered to you, and just all those particulars to put your mind at ease about what that offer is. Now, the other thing is you might get more than one offer from multiple buyers. So just having those facts in mind when you are considering whether or not to accept an offer, um, or if you would like to wait for more offers to come in. If you think you're going to be in a multiple offers sort of situation, if your agent thinks that you might get two or three or even more offers, make sure you communicate that as well. You don't have to take, you're under no requirement to take the first offer that you get on your home for sale. But your agent should be able to walk you through the particulars of if you accept this offer, this is what's going to transpire. Possibly the person who's buying the home, they should, if their agent is good, they should recommend an inspection of your home to see if there's anything going on in there. You probably don't even know about it, but to have an inspector come in and do an inspection for the buyer is a really good idea. It not only puts the buyer's mind at ease, but it also helps the seller know that they can sleep well after they've moved out of the home, knowing that everything has been revealed. You've had an inspector look at it, so the buyer can't come back later on and say, "Oh, we didn't know this or that." Well, you had an inspection, so it really covers your rear end as far as being the seller, having an inspection done. Um, and there's all sorts of particulars what happens if the inspection turns up something. We're going to do a complete video on that as well, but um, maybe just ask me questions in the comments here. If you have other questions that you would have for me related to accepting an offer, kind of what happens. I always say that once an offer is accepted, once you accept an offer as a seller, typically plan on about 30 to 45 days after that offer is accepted before you're going to be closing and moving out. So let's just say it's the beginning of the year, January 1st, let's just say about the end of January, mid-February would be the time that you would be moving out. So always count on that 30 to 45 day range. Some loans, some other situations might take a little bit longer. And you can also negotiate the closing date. So let's just say it's January 1st and you don't want to move anywhere till March. You can go back to the buyer and say, listen, I can't move out until March. We have another house we're building, or we have another situation. We need to close at the end of February so we can move in on March 1st or something like that. So there's all of these things are negotiable. All of these things in a buyer seller sort of relationship, working with through your agents, those are all negotiable. So make sure you are very clear when you're speaking with your real estate agent, whoever he or she is, um, what your expectations are. If something is not going to work for you, make sure your agent knows that so you have a clear understanding and a clear communication between your agent, yourself, and the buyer and the buyer's agent as well. So If you have any questions along the way here or have any um, concerns, comments, things like that, just give me a call here, 651-402-6356. I'm on the web at tombullingtonhomes.com. We're also on Facebook and, of course, YouTube here. So I am more than willing to sit down with you. No obligation at all. Let's just talk about what your home might be worth. And if you're thinking about moving, if you're thinking about selling it sometime in the near future, please feel free to reach out and we can talk. Thanks.